Get ready for the action, because the Boston Celtics have built their dynasty through the NBA draft. We are diving deep into the history of talent acquisition as we look at every single player drafted by the Celtics who hailed from Georgetown. We're tracking the journey of every player, from the 8th-round pick in 1982 to the first-round selection in 2007, to see exactly which blue blood programs have delivered top talent to Boston's rosters over the decades.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The intensity is boiling over as Joel Embiid unleashed a powerful statement after the Philadelphia 76ers eliminated the Boston Celtics. Embiid didn't hold back, calling out Celtics guard Payton Pritchard's comments on the press conference, revealing a simmering tension in the playoff atmosphere. We break down exactly what Embiid said about Pritchard's remarks and how that exchange reflects the shifting dynamics between the teams in the high-stakes environment of the postseason. Following that dramatic playoff exit, the offseason is heating up and the Boston Celtics face massive decisions. We explore the potential fallout from the Game 7 loss and look at how a disappointing run might open up an incredible trade opportunity for the Los Angeles Clippers. We examine why Derrick White could become a prime target for the Clippers and how the team might leverage trade exceptions to reshape their roster for a championship run next season. But what does this all mean for the future of Boston? We preview the Celtics' off-season preview, looking at the key decisions ahead for the front office regarding players like Neemias Queta, Nikola Vucevic, and Jordan Walsh. Discover the potential moves, the free agent landscape, and whether Boston will make a blockbuster trade to secure a title in the years to come. Don't miss a second of this analysis. The Boston Celtics have consistently relied on the NBA draft as a cornerstone of their team-building strategy, securing top talent either through direct selections or strategic trades. This trend is evident when examining the pipeline of players drafted by the Celtics who hail from Georgetown University. An analysis of Georgetown players selected by the Celtics reveals a history of talent flow across different draft years. One notable instance occurred in the 1982 NBA draft, where a player from Georgetown was selected in the 8th round, 23rd pick, 184th overall. This player had 4 seasons at Georgetown, but did not ultimately make the Celtics roster. More recently, the Celtics have also secured talent from the program. In the 2007 NBA draft, a Georgetown player was selected in the 1st round, 5th pick, 5th overall. This player had 3 seasons at Georgetown and subsequently played 4 seasons with the Celtics. This data highlights that while the Celtics have drawn talent from various levels of the Georgetown program, including both established programs and smaller institutions, the path from Georgetown to the Celtics roster varies, with some players making immediate impact and others developing their careers within the organization. Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid expressed satisfaction following the team's victory over the Boston Celtics in Game 7 of the 2026 NBA playoffs, specifically referencing a comment made by Celtics guard Payton Pritchard. Speaking at the post-game press conference after the 109-100 win, Embiid pointed to Pritchard's remarks as a source of motivation. Embiid stated, "It also helps when I saw number 11 on their team. Before I came back, he said they didn't care if I was playing or not, and they hadn't even adjusted or had some sort of game plan around me. So I think it also helps when the other team doesn't worry about you and have some sort of game plan being prepared for you. It helps you have better games, so I thank number 11 for that." Embiid highlighted that Pritchard's comments suggested the Celtics approached Embiid's return with a prepared strategy, rather than being reactive to his presence. Pritchard had previously indicated that the Celtics made only a small adjustment to their strategy right before the game. The report suggests that Pritchard was not making a direct shot at Embiid, but rather emphasizing that the Celtics would remain proactive and not allow a star player to dictate their schemes, implying that head coach Joe Mazzulla would need to make defensive adjustments to slow Embiid down. Embiid's comments underscore the constant dynamic where players seek motivation from any available commentary, whether it be from teammates or opponents, in high-stakes playoff environments. Following the Boston Celtics' disappointing Game 7 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2026 NBA playoffs, the team faces significant offseason questions. Despite exceeding expectations in the regular season, the loss to an underdog, coupled with home court advantage and a 3-1 playoff lead, leaves Boston contemplating major personnel shifts. This scenario presents a potential opportunity for the Los Angeles Clippers. While Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are unlikely to move, the Clippers could target Derrick White as an ideal trade acquisition. White's performance this season has been inconsistent, marked by a struggling shooting percentage, including only 27.3% from three-point range in the postseason, averaging 11.1 points and 3.1 assists per game. With White turning 32 this summer, the Celtics may be open to moving on from him, a pattern seen with previous departures like Jrue Holiday and Marcus Smart when performance dipped. Despite a potential decline, White is positioned as a valuable asset for the Clippers alongside Darius Garland. He is described as the prototypical 3-and-D guard who excels in ball-dominant systems, demonstrating efficiency from beyond the arc and drawing defensive attention. Defensively, White is highlighted as an elite guard, capable of defending multiple positions and making crucial help defense plays, including rim protection and forcing turnovers, potentially compensating for Garland's defensive vulnerabilities in the backcourt. The Clippers possess the financial flexibility to absorb White's contract, which is valued at $30.3 million next season and extends for 2 more years. If the Clippers part ways with players like Brook Lopez and Bogdan Bogdanovic, they will have the cap space to pursue White. Potential trade packages could involve sending Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Dunn, or utilizing sign-and-trade options such as Benedict Mathurin or John Collins, supplemented by draft capital. Ultimately, White's proven winning pedigree and versatility make him an intriguing fit for the Clippers, especially if they are seeking to solidify Kawhi Leonard's tenure in Los Angeles. The situation hinges on the Celtics' future direction regarding White, creating a compelling trade opportunity for the Clippers. The Boston Celtics have emerged from a disappointing first-round exit against the 76ers, but the team's underlying strength and core stability suggest a strong outlook for the upcoming season. The team experienced a volatile year, initially anticipated to be a down period as Jason Tatum recovered from a torn Achilles in May. However, the Celtics ultimately finished the regular season with a 56-26 record, securing the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, largely due to Jaylen Brown's stellar performance, averaging 28.7 points per game, and the team's success when operating without Tatum. The Celtics demonstrated significant momentum in the playoffs, leading the 76ers 3-1 before suffering a significant setback in Game 7, where Tatum was ruled out due to a left knee injury, leading to a shocking first-round exit despite a late rally led by Tyrese Maxey. Despite the postseason stumble, the team standing near the top of the East remains an accomplishment for the historic franchise. Looking ahead to the offseason, the Celtics core remains intact. While Brown, White, and Payton Pritchard are eligible for contract extensions, the earliest extension for Pritchard is the 2028-29 season. The immediate focus is on the front court. Nemias Queta has proven to be a critical factor in the team's resurgence, averaging 10.2 points, 8.4 rebounds, and 1.3 blocks in his first year as a starter. The front office faces a decision regarding Queta's $2.7 million team option, whether to exercise it or pursue a new long-term contract. Meanwhile, Nikola Vucevic, Boston's only unrestricted free agent, is nearing the end of his tenure, and the team must decide on his future role. Jordan Walsh, a strong perimeter defender, is also a factor, with the team evaluating whether to pursue a new deal for him. Regarding potential roster moves, Derrick White is the only established player with a relatively manageable salary moving forward, though his performance dipped in the series against Philadelphia. However, the Celtics possess significant trade assets, including a $27.7 million trade exception created from prior deals. The team also has draft capital, holding the 27th pick in the first round and the 40th in the mid-second round, suggesting opportunities to add depth. The overarching theme for the Celtics moving forward is to build upon the current foundation, potentially adding bench depth in the frontcourt, while strategically leveraging free agency and trade exceptions to position themselves for a championship run next season.